Hi, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Nathan DeFalco. I'm the youth pastor at Community Baptist Church here in Reidsville, North Carolina. That means I oversee the ministries from cradle to graduation, and I have a very unique job. Very few people, outside of being parents, get to see somebody grow up and graduate and be a part of that, every part of their life along the way in some way, shape, or form. And this year is certainly no different. The class of 2020 has been a cherished class for me. The students that are graduating and moving on from our church, from our youth group, have grown near and dear to me and to the members of our church and the members of our youth group. Back behind me, this is the famous wall. If you've ever been in my office, the first thing that you end up looking at, I see this all the time. Somebody comes in my office first time, they look around, they see all the comic book stuff and all the video game stuff, and then they look immediately to the left and they look at this wall. And for me and for the people in our youth group, for the students, this is not just a bunch of fun stuff. These memories are more than just that. In fact, I feel like this is a memorial for what God has done through the lives of our teenagers. He has taught them the Word of God. He has grown their faith. He has seen them get outside their comfort zone, go on mission trips, be a part of the church at large, do new things they never thought they could do. And we get to be a part of that. Right here, I have a special place for our seniors that make it through our program, that at least spend a couple of years in our program. And this is a special section of this wall for me. These are people that are not kids anymore. They're adults. And they're going on and doing bigger and better things. And in a few minutes, you're going to hear from some of those adults. A couple of them graduated from high school this year. We got a couple from college. I want y'all to remember two things as you're listening to these testimonies and hearing what God has done in their life and what they plan on doing in the future and all that good stuff. Remember these two things. Number one, that they still need support. A lot of times we think that once we raise the kids and we send them off, they're okay. Well, they're not okay. I mean, they're always going to need our support, our prayers. Pray for them and then tell them that you're praying for them. The next time you see them at church over the summer, if they're sticking around over the summer, go up to them, shake their hand, ask them what they're going to do. Show some real, genuine interest, because let me tell you, they're ready to tell you what they're doing. It's amazing to see what God has done in their lives. And I've been impressed with it. I'm proud of them. I see what their goals are, what their ambitions are, and they're bigger than what I imagined when I was in high school and even graduating from college. They're incredibly smart, incredibly gifted, talented young people. We need to continue supporting them. And number two, the second thing I want you to remember is that the class of 2020 won't be like any other class in history. They're experiencing something that the rest of us are experiencing, but they've got unique hurdles to have to overcome. Because of the shutdown, they're not having graduation, they're not having prom, they're not having baccalaureate, they're not having National Honor Society awards programs or banquets or any of that stuff. All that stuff has been canceled or pushed to the summer. And that's a big deal. And I want our church to remember that and not take that lightly. We need to show them that we're proud of them, that we believe in what they're doing, what God's doing through them, and be there to congratulate them. They need to hear that. 12 years or 16 years or longer, depending on how long they took to get through college. What an accomplishment. We need to be supportive of that. So spend the next few minutes and listen to what our graduates have to say, how God has grown them in their faith, and remember to pray for them and show your support for them. Thank you.
I'm graduating from Rockingham County High School, and I'm going to East Carolina University, and I'm going to major in exercise physiology and double minoring in anthropology and psych. My cousin has cerebral palsy and epilepsy, and when I stayed at her house over the summer, her OT, her occupational therapist, would just like always help me, like get me involved and be helping her, and she would always be really excited even though like it might not have been a good day, and she was just always happy. And I just want to make people that have harder times just to be happy.
My plans for the fall are to continue at Rockingham Community College for at least another semester, and then I was going to apply to the Registered Nurse Associate program at Guilford Technical Community College, probably in 2021. And then after that, after I complete my associates, I was going to transfer to Western Carolina University to complete my Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. I knew I wanted to be in the medical field when I was little. I wanted to help people because it feels nice to help people.
For the past 3 years, I have been at Liberty University studying Christian leadership and church ministry. It's a degree that focuses on the leadership aspect of church ministry, and then I have a cognate that also hits on youth ministry as well. I chose to study Christian leadership and church ministry because long-term, I want to help churches take next steps in their ministry overseas, churches that have already been well established and have a strong attendance but are looking to expand their ministry beyond just regular services and beyond the four walls of the church, and help them take next steps and doing more for the kingdom of God.
I'm graduating from Appalachian State University with an exercise science major and a minor in dance. With my degree, I am going to be continuing my education at Mary Baldwin University as part of the Murphy Deming School of Occupational Therapy. I'm seeking a doctorate degree in occupational therapy. Mostly Papa, like working with him when he got back surgery. And I watched a home physical therapist and occupational therapist work with him, and so I got really interested and just continued researching and everything, and the more I shadowed and everything, I just fell in love with the career. And it's very creative, and I can put like dance and yoga and different types of occupations like that into the therapy, so I love it. And I love helping people. I want to watch people succeed.
My views and my priorities have changed. Like, I now want to tell people what I put first, and I don't change my opinion on that. Whereas I used to not do that. So
Freshman year was tough because my church was going through a rough patch. We were going through a split, and at that time I really didn't want to kind of further my relationship with God, because I didn't really see him working with my church situation to make it better. I felt kind of isolated and on my own because I couldn't really tell people really what was going on because of confidentiality and stuff. It eventually worked out. I was invited to be on a missions trip with y'all back in 2018 to New York, and that really helped. Y'all were very welcoming and loving, and that actually got me active into y'all's youth group, and that helped a lot. And then this year, actually, I've gotten closer to God through my Bible reading. I got a journaling Bible, so I've been reading in the book of Hebrews and kind of jumping around in the New Testament, just kind of wherever I wanted to read that day. I always had trouble reading my Bible at first because I didn't really know where to start. I didn't know if there wasn't actually a certain point or starting point that I had to begin at. I didn't really want to go kind of in order because it just seems like everybody kind of seemed to do that, so I kind of wanted to jump around.
Some of you may know I went to Rockingham Community College before transferring to Liberty University, and I got my associate's degree there. And so one of the great things about Liberty is that, yes, there were believers that I interacted with, and I learned a lot of things from RCC. But one of the cool things about going in to Christian leadership and church ministry at Liberty University was just being alongside men and women who were passionate about ministry and who were just disciplined and convicted. And it was our iron sharpening iron situation, in that we were able to challenge each other to grow more, and then our professors as well, to just really hone in on the daily disciplines and on being consistent in my spiritual walk with God and in my devotions. And you can't fake it and make it there. You can't cut corners. People will know, your papers will show, your conversations will lack. And so it's just a great place to examine yourself and to challenge yourself to grow more and to really be disciplined about your walk with God.
I think that I've learned that it's important just to not try to control what's going on and to just trust God instead. I found having Christian friends really important as a crucial part of my journey at App, and I've had friends that I've just continuously gone to Bible studies with and prayed with and everything while I've been there. And then just going into occupational therapy school, going through interviews and trying to decide what school to go to, I've just had to be in constant state of prayer, trying to listen to God and everything to decide what's best for me and best for to continue my journey and my path with Him. So while I was at App, I joined a sorority, and it was Delta Zeta sorority, and we helped raise money. We did lots of philanthropy events and charity events in the community, and we raised money for the community, the deaf community and hard of hearing individuals. And I found it really important that I just continue doing volunteer work and everything. And through that, I found some friends. One of my best friends that I made her name's Olivia, and we joined a church together. And she's just been a very crucial part of my journey. And so we made sure we held each other accountable, going to church together and attending Bible studies. And we also prayed together a lot every night, or I'd pick her up from school a lot if she didn't drive or something, or vice versa, and we just talk everything out and pray in the car and just spend as much time together as we could.
Not to take your time for granted. High school goes by really quickly, and just take all the moments that you can, especially when you get the chance to have the time to take.
If you have a strong faith now, keep it with you, and if you're wanting to grow a stronger faith in God, then read your Bible. Praying is really good. I've gotten back into praying more recently, and just spending time and talking to Him every day or whenever you can really helps. Throughout high school, enjoy every moment you have, because when I was in high school, I kind of took things for granted. I didn't really appreciate some things that I really kind of wish I looked back and said, oh, I wish I appreciated that more. I was kind of ready to say, oh, I'm ready to graduate and get it over with, but now I kind of wish I could go back. And with the whole corona situation really has helped me not take things for granted, because I didn't know that I was not going to be able to finish my senior year in person or at school. I didn't know I was going to have to finish it online and in my own house and not with my friends.
I'm sure you've been told, keep a calendar, get an agenda, do something like that so you can be able to organize your time. And before Liberty, I mainly did a list, and I kind of like checked off things like, all right, here's the things I need to do. that might get you by for a semester, but it's not going to work in the long run, because you really need to know what you're doing ahead of time so you can prioritize, so you can know what to say no to, and be able to choose what's most important and to give the time that you need to give to do things well. And so by calendaring, by putting it out, scheduling things out in advance as best you can really see, oh, I don't have enough time to do this because I have to do this homework, or I don't have enough time to go here because I have to finish this project and such. And so putting every hour of the day in your calendar of what you're going to do, it takes a bit of work, but it's totally worth it.
Well, I'd say definitely try to find friends that are on the same path as you and that have the same beliefs as you, because I think that's really important. And they'll help you, they'll hold you accountable, and it's just good to have people on the same track as you, because they'll continue to help, they'll pray with you, and they have the same goals kind of as you do, and having someone on the same path just helps you stay in the same direction, the right direction, following God and everything.
Lost your way, lost your cool, then you straight up lost your mind. Tried so hard to stay ahead, but you keep falling behind. Life is gonna pull you down, make it hard to see, but a little change in your point of view could be just what you need. There's always a reason to always choose joy. There's something deeper that the world can't destroy. Smile when you think you can't, smile. Get up and dance, smile. There's a bigger plan, the storm only lasts for a while. So smile. Happiness is wonderful, but it doesn't stick around. Walking on sunshine, then here come the clouds. You can laugh or you